All right, let's welcome back to another quick and easy watercolor painting. And spring is finally starting to happen here in Southern Ontario, and we're getting kind of a interesting blue sky most of the time. Every once in a while we get a little bit of gray, but that's okay. Spring anyways. Let's take this brush. So that was just some blue I streaked across there. Let's take this brush and we're going to build a tree line here. So we're going to tap the brush. This is some Payne's gray. We're going to tap our brush onto here. We're going to try to get some fairly large clumps of trees going here. It's perfectly fine to put that Payne's gray right over top of that blue. And you'll see it'll start to bloom up in there. That's what we're going for. Okay, so take this brush now, don't rinse it out, and just touch it onto your Payne's gray. And you'll get so this would be dry on wet, okay? So this is just touching the brush onto your Payne's gray, onto your color will create a very intense color infusion. And I'm trying to make some sort of pine tree kind of things going on there. But you know, I always say it's your painting. You know, you decide what it's going to be. Put some more Payne's gray going down across there. And I'm going to take this brush now and I'm going to rinse it out really well. And I'm going to pick up some yellow ochre here. All right, we're going to put a little lick of yellow ochre across there. And a little lick of yellow ochre across there. We're going to let all that color just blend together and see what we get. All right, take your yellow ochre and touch a few places on your tree line here. Okay, and then you can pick up a little bit more intense color right out of the palette and touch it in there. Okay, don't do too much more than that. Now take this brush with all that color on it and put this brush right into your sienna or brown, whatever you got. And maybe make some marks going, you know, like that. And I'm going to put some of this sienna across here, and we're just going to leave that to do whatever it is it's going to do, okay? I have here my #1 watercolor brush, which I admit I don't use very often, but I've sharpened a point on here. And I do use it quite often to scribe into my work, to get tree branches or foliage or whatever it is that I'm looking for. You can use a barbecue skewer, toothpick, anything wood. The wood works best for this. And you can make some small marks. All right, that's turned out not too bad. Okay, so you know, if you want to augment this with any other color to your painting, you go ahead and do it. All right, let's let this dry and see what we get. Okay, so that's dried up pretty well. We're going to put a little bit of yellow ochre across here. See if we can't get that sienna to bleed into that a little bit. Put a little bit more color in there. Just tap your brush. Now I'm going to clean this brush out. And I'm going to pick up a little bit of this sap green. And I'm just going to touch that sap green on there in a few places. You know, don't cover the whole thing. I'm going to leave that little white area there because I think it's kind of interesting. All right, so if you want to scribe into this now, you know, you could go back into this and, you know, scribe into a few places with your whatever wooden stick you might have. Now I'm going to take my little bag of salt, and I'm just going to put a few grains of salt on there. Not a whole handful or anything, just a couple of grains, and you'll see there's not very much salt on there. Okay, let's let this dry and see what we get. All right, that's dried up pretty cool. Look at this dark area by this light area. Look what the salt did to that. Let's put this on here. Oh yeah, that's very cool. I like it. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. If you're currently a subscriber, thanks a lot. If you're not currently a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel.